Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the garage. So I spent the better part of the evening kind of cleaning up from yesterday's activities a little bit. So I took our engine and I righted it back up. I cleaned inside as best I could, got any coolant or anything left in there out that I could. Then I cleaned the gasket surface and I just bolted the pan on with a couple of bolts. Just so I could set it here like this rather than the awkward way it was sitting when we got done last night. And then I started cleaning up the deck surface a little bit, just in case, you know, we do end up putting the head back on with a new head gasket and all that, in case somebody does want this thing. But I started cleaning up and it got me thinking, because a couple people had commented about yesterday about checking number 5 to see if we had a rod that had, you know, gotten shorter. So I rotated the engine over, and as you can see here at top dead center, 5 is just as even as 2. So that is not the case. This thing does not have a shrunk rod in it. Number 5 just probably has a little more wear on the rings or something like that. But to you guys who said that was certainly a good idea and something worth checking. It would have been interesting to see if this thing was sitting down a little further. But as you can see, they are even. So I'm going to spray this thing down with some penetrating oil so it doesn't rust up like when we did this with Caitlin. And we still have to take our valve springs and retainers off of the head, but we're not going to be doing that tonight. So last night, messing around with the engine, saw what I wanted to see, was certainly surprised with what we found, but really don't feel like screwing with that thing tonight. What I feel like screwing with is the front of the truck. So this mess also needs addressed. So I really just want to see the thing bare, so I can get a good game plan. I have a general idea of what I want to do in here, but I don't have a full-on idea. I just need to see it so I can visualize it, figure out what exactly I want to do, because there's certainly modifications we can make. I don't think we need these big things holding the fenders and all on, but just stuff like that. And we might not even get to that, but just we'll get to messing with all this crap, because the batteries will be relocated to the rear eventually. We're not going to need any of these wires and all. Like I said, we're putting a different ECM in the truck so we can just have more control over everything. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to start ripping out the crap we're not going to need, like this windshield washer bottle or windshield washer fluid bottle, because yeah, that needs to be that difficult to get to if the truck was together. But we're going to get all this crap out, try and clean this up a little bit, and really make this thing naked. So that's the plan of attack. Let's just keep ripping stuff off. I'm going to run out of stuff to rip off the truck, and then I'm going to be upset, because then I got to put it back together, and that's not near as much fun as ripping it apart. But we're working in that direction. So it may not look like it, but we are making progress. Got the coolant overflow tank out, got some wires out over here for our Edge CTS system. Got a couple harnesses here that, I'll be honest, I'm reluctant to cut. And I think part of it's because I spent so much time de-pinning them and re-pinning them to get them back up there. But they are completely useless to us. But it's just hard. I mean, they do all come from the ECM, and we're not using that ECM, and I know I just need to cut them. But it's just, we spent so much time in here doing different stuff like that, like our fuse panel, which at the time I thought I was really doing a good job of making it nice and neat. No, it was a complete shitball. It's amazing how far the wiring aspect has come since I started working on this truck almost 2 years ago. definitely looking at that now, it looks just god awful. We will certainly do a better job this time around. But if you guys thought we got rid of a lot of wires in the cab before, and when we were getting rid of miscellaneous sensors here and there on this harness previously, yeah, not at all. There is just still a metric shit ton of wires. I mean, they're all over the place. Just wires everywhere. And I am trying to get it out as like a complete harness for the most part, just because. I don't know. It's just something I feel like I need to do rather than just hacking everything up, which would be easier. But this way I can try and separate like the air dog harness and the fan harness that I had made previously. So that's part of what I'm trying to do. Another thing, I got the TIPM out. The, I can't remember what TIPM stands for. But basically all our fuses and relays and all that, that's where all these wires were hooked into. But if we look down in there, yeah, sand. Shouldn't be a surprise at this point working on this truck, but yeah, bunch of sand. Unbelievable. This fucking, I really need to find out who owned this before and find out about it. Was it in a flood? What? I don't know. But let's keep hacking away at this thing. Maybe we'll try and get this box out next and see if we can get all these wires going. And you know what? It's time. God damn. It don't want to be cut. All right, it's like ripping a Band-Aid off, except for that was actually a lot harder than anticipated. All right, let's get this box out, get all these wires going. Well, yeah, so there are no more factory wires on the truck. We got all the harness crap out. It's just, wow, you think about all the stuff we already cut out of this thing, and it's a standard cab base model truck to start with. It's pretty amazing. I mean, this one harness alone, that's all the stuff from the inside and out here that was left. That was all the crap over here. But yeah, the music started playing. But yeah, like I said, all of the factory wiring is now completely gone. There's nothing left. The only wiring we have left on the truck is the air dog wiring and the wiring for the aux transmission core, and all that'll be coming out as well. We're not going to get into that at night. I guess there might be some factory wires there with it, I'm not sure. Oops, I lied. The taillight wires are still there, but we'll get rid of them here shortly. But anyhow, majority of it is out. You look at the interior here, no more half dash. I don't think we'll be seeing that again, but who knows, I might come up with some brilliant idea. But yeah, all the wires are out of here. It's starting to look like when we were calling it gutted before, we didn't know what we were talking about. Now we're getting towards being gutted. Yeah, there is absolutely nothing going on. We got a steering wheel on the floor. That's about it, and pedal assembly. But yeah, god dang. All the factory wires. Maybe a couple back here left, but all the big shit for sure. So guys, if you haven't noticed already, or kind of picked up on it over the last couple episodes, we're going complete, just, you can't drive this thing on the street anymore. Probably never see the street again. It's, like I said, going to be interesting. It's going to be probably a little absurd, but I got big plans if you haven't noticed already. But if you guys don't hear from me in the next couple days, it's because I'm sorting out this shit, because as you can see, the garage is an absolute wreck. It makes the garage that is normally just messy look clean as hell. It is bad in here. So I got some sorting to do, some putting away, and some throwing out, all kinds of shit. But hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are excited. Hope I got some of you guys kind of questioning what's going on, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Get out in your garage, get the wrenching on your truck.